is Sean Copeland. I am Chairman and CEO of Regent Bank, and welcome to another edition of Regent Elevate. As you can see, we have a very special guest with us today, Jessica Dyer, the owner of Emerge Marketing and PR. We're going to have our last session of our Growing Your Business, Marketing Your Business Keys to Success today, and Jessica is going to be presenting with us. Let me tell you just a little bit about how we've worked with Emerge Marketing and PR. They've been in business for about 14 years. They've worked with us, believe it or not, for about 9 years, basically since we started. Jessica has helped us come up with great ideas. Our Executive Luncheon Series, our KRMG Weekly Banking Update has helped us with a number of events and other marketing strategies. So I've asked her to join us today to talk about that very topic. How does a small business create a great marketing strategy? And I believe you have 4 keys to success for how they can create a great marketing strategy, correct?
Yes, I hate being on this side of the camera. Most of the time I'm on the other side of the camera, so I always have this weird, awkward, what do we do? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is marketing strategy. Sean didn't become successful just by haphazardly coming up with objectives and launching marketing campaigns. He became successful by strategically and intentionally marketing and growing his business. And so one of the most important things to start with is the difference between an objective and a strategy. So your objective is what you're trying to accomplish, but the strategy is the roadmap on how to get there. And so that's what we're going to talk about. The 4 keys to a good marketing strategy are purpose. You really need to have a purpose between all your communications. We are so inundated with social media, communications, we get even text messages, email marketing, social media marketing, advertising on TV, radio, just there's all this different kind of noise. And so if you don't have a purpose behind your message or your event, then a lot of times your message just goes unheard and it's a waste of time and resources. So the things you need to know are who, what, when, where, and why. And that doesn't mean about Regent Bank, but who are you trying to speak to? What do you want to say to them? What action do you want them to take? Why do you want them to choose you? So a lot of times people don't understand, why do you choose my competition over me? Or why should I choose Regent Bank every day? Or why your customers continue to choose to use your business? Where do you want to market to them? And what do you want them to do when you are communicating to them? What actions do you want them to take? So the other thing is, do your homework. So a lot of times people will jump out there and we've had a lot of discussion about this and just say, oh, you know what? We know that business owners are listening at a certain radio station at a certain time, so we want to speak to them, but we don't do the research to find out what they want to hear. So don't just run your campaigns on a hunch, but do data and search. We've implemented a lot of things like advisory boards within the markets to really understand the customers better. So surveys, there's a lot of free data out there and a lot of information available. And then just asking your current client base and asking your employees too, finding out more about the customer. The other thing is you want to create a strategy that inspires and motivates action. So a lot of times I see marketing pieces and they have no call to action. And as consumers, we're trained to read marketing materials, but then we want to be told, well, what do you want me to do with this information? What's my next step? And so be sure that you have in your strategy a next step. For example, we're trying to keep this short and sweet. We had a debate about that. So your next step after this is to download some of the information that we've offered to expand on this issue and to learn more about it. So the other thing is, this is really important because a lot of times people will have an objective, they'll build a strategy, but then the strategy doesn't get executed completely. And so the strategy doesn't match the execution. A really good example of that is you can go over to my Facebook page, Emerge Marketing and PR, and see an ad that Pepsi did and an ad that Heineken did. And they both had the same objective. They used different strategies, and Pepsi's ad fell flat. And Heineken's was absolute pure genius, and it was by really understanding their audience. And you can see where Pepsi didn't understand their audience at all, and Heineken really connected with their audience. So go over there and take a look at that, and you'll kind of see the difference between taking the same objective, having the wrong strategy and the right strategy and the real results of that. Lastly, the thing that you really want to understand about your campaigns is you want to be bright, you want to be brief, and you want to be relevant. If you don't remember anything else the rest of, for this whole video, be bright, be informed, be, informational, be brief, and be relevant. Make it relevant to your audience. So that's basically everything I have today.
Good. Our experience has been that strategy does matter. It really does. We have run TV in the past, we've run radio in the past, we've done events, but when we didn't fully think through the strategy, they really did fall flat. Brandon presented last week some fantastic tools that small businesses can use to market, but sometimes it's really important to find a professional that has seen a lot of ideas and a lot of strategies to help you develop the course for your company. So if that is the case, we highly recommend Emerge. They've done an excellent job for us. So next week we're going to start a new series on leadership and management keys to success. We really enjoyed this series on marketing and growing your business, but I think you're going to really enjoy some of the lessons that we have learned from our clients and from our bank as far as being a great leader and being able to propel your organization forward. Thank you so much for joining us on Regent Elevate, and we will see you next week.